Hey boys, welcome back to some spin bowling career mode, taking on Western Australia in the Matador Cup, the 50 over competition here. It is round 6. We did make our debut round 5, so obviously, you know, we played a few games before this. Well, the team did, but we get a chance pretty early into the season, which is nice. This is definitely the competition I'm looking forward to. The first class has been a lot of fun, like I said, but yeah, the 50 over stuff, the 20 over stuff, it's definitely probably my more suited game type. I am, you know, the batting in particular, I've really put a lot of stats into attacking play. And the bowling, I think, what did I say? I think I put as an aggressive bowler. I can't even remember, but we're putting a lot of points into like turn. Actually, honestly, the bowling, I've just been putting up things consistently because the more you put something up, the expensive it gets. So like put up turn now, it's like 3,000 XP or points. So it takes a bit. So I'm pretty much just putting up, you know, pretty much everything consistently just to increase the stats overall. But we come in here and Western Australia going pretty nicely. Klinger and Shaun Marsh, two of their most experienced and probably two of their best batters in at the crease. So this is a big partnership. 1 for 68. The run rate is fine. It's very good, only losing 1 wicket. So, you know, we got a pretty weird field. I couldn't be bothered changing it, but it's a fairly attacking field. There's a slip. There's a man fucking in no man's land behind him. I don't know what the hell that is, but you know, we could get a sneaky catch there. Who knows? We'd start off with a few dot balls, a couple of singles, just trying to work our way into the innings. I've said this before, but just get a few good line and length deliveries. Not try to do anything too crazy at the moment. Shaun Marsh would be a prize wicket here, but he's just going to work that away there. Looks like the pitch looks pretty good, honestly. I got to remember to look at the pitch details at the start of the game. It shows like if it's got cracks, if it's dry, if it's fast. I should really pay attention to that because it definitely reflects how the pitch will play. That's a good shot there by Klinger. But yeah, so doesn't look like it's spinning too much, but that one right there has actually got the outside edge. That one, I did not think he hit this, but I just appealed, and that's something I would recommend you guys do, is just appeal for these like plays and misses, or in this case, he did hit it. Like, I legitimately didn't realize he hit this, but we appealed, and he's gone for 45, so the big wicket, the partnership was starting to look pretty dangerous. Marsh has moved up to 22. But Adam Voges, once again, another very experienced campaigner, but this one does not turn, and it misses the stumps. It just needed to straighten up a little bit. Adam Voges played all around that ball. I don't know what he thought. Maybe the wrong one was coming. I don't know. It was a poor shot regardless, but it just misses. It misses everything at the end of the day. But we're getting into our spell quite nicely here, looking fairly dangerous. Even though the ball isn't turning, you know, we're just pitching it well. It's hard to get these balls away. They're doing a little bit. Not a whole lot though. And obviously bowling first is the 50 over stuff. The pitches aren't gonna deteriorate too badly. But here, Shaun Marsh, we're gonna pick up the second big wicket, and that was a bit of a loose shot, Marsh. You know, I guess sort of, you know, we'll tie them down a little bit. They're obviously looking to go a little expansive. There's a lot of room over that fielder, but he just didn't get enough of the ball. You know, it's spinning away from him, and didn't get hold of it. So that's 2 for 8 now into our third over. It's been a pretty good start here, where we're bringing us back into this. You know, it could have got ugly with Shaun Marsh, Michael Klinger at the crease, but we got those 2 big wickets. Now we got Adam Voges, Aston Turner, the new men to the crease. Turner's obviously coming along quite nicely, a fairly decent hitter of the ball, and you know, young up and coming player. I don't really know how he's been going in the the Matador Cup, the Sheffield Shield, but in the T20s, he's looking better and better every year. Honestly, looking like a fairly decent player as we look to field that one off the ball. One thing I get asked a bit is how do you a little trick for those reflex catches. Someone mentioned this in like the first one of my videos, and it's the best tip I've ever got. When the circle goes green, you don't have to keep holding it there. You just press the X button or the equivalent on the Xbox controller, and it'll catch it. you don't have to just hold it there until the ball's there. You hit the X button when the green circle pops up, and it'll, the time will stop being slow and you'll get the ball. That is like the best tip I can give you guys. I should just make like a full video on it, because it's actually like a really good tip I think a lot of people don't know about, because I didn't know about it. But we're going to pick up our third wicket. Adam Voges now, because as you see, another big partnership. Steckity takes a nice catch down to his low right hand side there, but yeah, they were looking pretty good here. Voges was going a little slow, but the middle overs here, they were really working their way into a good position. But once again, we just pick up that crucial wicket into our 5th over, 3 for 12. They're 4 for 173, and that one's straight past, just sliding on like the pitch. The pitch isn't doing much, but I don't know. They're not really picking up. The new batters especially, they're not picking up just the sliding on nature. We come back here though. We didn't really bowl the rest of our overs, just pretty steady stuff. And we come back here 5 not outs. And the reason I didn't show us walking out is because I forgot to record the starting play. Sometimes I forget if I'd hit record or not. We didn't miss out on too much. So we're 9 off 6. I don't know what we're chasing. That's the one other issue. Usually I record, and at the very start I'll show how many we're chasing, but I didn't realize I wasn't recording, so we're not going to see. Hopefully it'll pop up in the bottom left there soon. But Joe Burns here, 86 off 88. We're going along nicely, only 3 down, so we just have to play smart here. Nathan Remington is bowling here. Not a bad bowler, just a good domestic bowler, I would say, Nathan Remington. But yeah, we got a big inside edge on that one, and I thought for all money, I wasn't sure, but watching that on replay, it looked like that carried to the keeper. I don't actually know what happened there. They didn't appeal for it, and I think did I get the runs for that? I actually don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they just came off the pitch. I'm pretty sure I hit it though, as Coulter, his first over of the game. A little surprising, as we take the quick single. That's not great running by ourselves. We put the pressure on Burns, but he makes it, thankfully. But yeah, Coulter, his first over, one of the better bowlers. Coulter is one of those guys that I think is one of Australia's best young bowlers, as we have clubbed that one. Remington cannot bowl as short there. But yeah, Coulter, one of the best young fast bowlers, but he's another one that gets injured all the time, and then he's sort of just forgotten about. Pat Cummins and these other guys, they always love Cummins and these guys, but Coulter, I think he's one of the best young quicks. He's probably getting on a little bit now, but he's still not old. I've been a big fan of Coulter for a while. Obviously, he's injured now. He's not playing in the Big Bash. He's also a decent batter as well. But Joe Burns on 95. Can he get the 100? He's on 99. And with 3 for 177, I still don't know what we're chasing. Oh, fuck, dude. I sort of wish that would come up a little bit more. They could just do it how you've got the insane Joe Burns, Coulter, that space underneath it. You got this over. You can just put it to the right-hand side under there. It's unused right there. That one, 155k swinging away. That was unplayable by Coulter. That was an incredibly good ball. That was quick. That was swinging. What could I really do, honestly? But this one, once again, that's swinging away. That is unplayable. 148k's. Coulter is bowling some peaches here. Honestly, I didn't really know what to do. I was trying to just stay in. Honestly, we do try a little tactic, get across, but we completely miss. It was probably the right idea. Just try to counteract the swing a little bit. That one, I don't think swung at all though. It just sort of went straight on. It sort of screwed us over a little bit. And the footwork, it was all over the shop. I just went too far outside off. Cleans up off stump. You don't see that too much. Cleaning up off stump and you're outside off there as Wildermuth comes to the crease. And it looks like we might... No, I think we lost this game. No, we won by 5 wickets. Damn, the Western Australia there did not get a decent total. They only got 257. We pick up man of the match, surprisingly. Joe Burns harshly treated there, 103. But the game does seem to favour wickets in this game. Even if you don't get a lot, 3 for 29. We did get a few runs. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the series. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.